Hey, it's faux song. Elizabeth Cookye, CEO, Mistress, Secretary of Goddesses Incorporated, and the ultimate mascot dealing with anything with anime, video gaming, women, and Bishojo Senshi world. Alright, episode 9. Here it is, coming right at ya. It is the SRK network and the anime world. Okay, brief story. It was not so long ago that I made a name for myself on shoryuken.com. Even though I'm not so recognized, I made a name for myself on SRK. I went there and I decided to go and write stories on Street Fighter. Me being a historian as I am, I figured I could go and write out the Street Fighter story accurately. Upon my mission to do so, I decided to go and write a prediction paper. One that would talk about the characters that would be in Street Fighter 4. And I talked about one of these predictions was Chun-Li's daughter Xiao-Li. Another one was Rose. Another one was Gil. And by the time I was done, I had an entire synopsis that was intellectually written from a scholar's level point of view of the characters that would be in Street Fighter 4. Now this is stating before the game came out. By the next day, and by the end of the week, and by the middle of the following week, there were people that slammed my concepts. And before you know it, they even closed down my thread because they felt that my interpretation of Chun-Li, Elena, Rose, Bison, and other characters that was going to be in it was wrong. Well, looky here. The game is out, and the majority of my concept have turned out to be true, except for the fact that Chun-Li's daughter's not in the game yet. Now that we all know that Street Fighter 4 takes place in between the storylines of 2 and 3, my concept of Rose being in Part 4 did make sense, because when we think about it, at the end of Street Fighter 2, nobody beat Bison. In fact, when Bison was about to go fight Ryu, he got Raging Demon. Now remember, Bison had taken over Rose's body by the end of 03 because Cammy destroyed the fucking Psycho Drive, so his body couldn't sustain life any longer, so he assimilated back with Rose. He took over her consciousness, and that's why his body looks so lean. Hello, Street Fighter 2. Now, on that subject, if he was Raging Demon, how the hell did he survive? How did Rose end up being in Street Fighter 4 if the storyline takes place in between the aftermath of 2 and 3? Capcom has a lot of questions they need to go and answer. But it's not about Capcom, it's about SRK. SRK goes and writes people off anytime they feel like it. If they feel that their thread is going to cause an uproar, they destroy it. If they feel that your concepts and intellectual ideas are wrong, they talk you down. Look people, the majority on SRK are not even in school. They're wannabes, they're dreamers, they don't even make shit happen. You know, even though they closed down my thread, look at me, I'm still here and I'm still the goddess of the anime world. And in fact, I'm going to take over through the anime world. So that when the video game world finally does see me, they will hear what I have to say. Because they're relevant points. And everybody should be accepted in the world of video games. And I'm going to make sure that there's equal opportunity for all after I become queen. Eat that, SRK. Now, back to shoryuken.srk.com. I see that there are a lot of people that not only write their own fanfics, not only have their own blog and concepts of gameplay, but I see they are lacking in any type of strategies dealing with female characters. There's some good Chun-Li strategies, I give y'all that, because Chun-Li's one of the main characters, but I have yet to see a really good Elena fact. I'm going to change all that. I'm actually going to write a good Elena fact, because that African lady is wonderful. I think it took Capcom enough years to put finally a black bitch in the game. It's been forever. It seems like every time you play a fighting video game, they don't seem to have any black people up in that motherfucker. We all seem angry, we all seem outrageous and arrogant. Ain't that crazy? They finally put a black woman in the game. And looky there, no one hardly ever plays with her. But I'm going to change all that. Someone finally other than Balrog, him and his angry self. So, what do you have to say about that, SRK? I'm going to continue writing my threads, and I'm going to continue writing my blogs. And even if you do shut them down, there's always the Faux Song Elizabeth Cookye Show. So that concludes the Faux Song Elizabeth Cookye Show. SRK in the anime world. Don't forget, SRK, that the video game world is only as strong as the anime world, for we are the foundation that makes the video game world come alive. And that's in Japan, not in America. Say Cookie!